Hello and welcome again to dancingminds.co.uk. In this video we are going to look at some tests for the major muscles used in Irish dancing, in all dancing and all activities. A lot of people, and in past videos I have covered massage techniques that you can perform safely on your own dancers for mobility and flexibility. Now, these tests that we're going to do are more a reaction test than a total strength test, just to make sure that all the muscles are reacting in time and there's no blockages between your thought to actually contract the muscle and the muscle contracting when it is supposed to. An example, if I hold my arm out and I push down with 2 fingers, about 2 pound pressure, my arm should not move when I contract it. If I get this, then there is a blockage between my thought going down the nervous system to send that message for the muscle to contract. Okay, so we're going to start with the quadriceps. So you bend your leg, just relax. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out the leg. Now, she will contract and hold and resist against me when I am pushing against the leg. So, and hold. And that muscle's working fine. If I straighten the leg out and I turn the foot in towards the centre, I'm going to push in and down towards this opposite leg at a 45-degree angle. This will test the tensor fasciae latae muscle, the muscle that takes the leg away from the body. So hold, and that's holding fine. Now I'll move on to a muscle that helps that muscle abduct or take the leg away from the body, which is gluteus medius. And the test for that is take your dancer's leg out from the centre and you're going to slide it across, either on the floor or on a couch if you have one, or a table. I'm going to slide it into the centre again and your dancer will resist. So hold, don't let me bring it into the centre, hold, and that's working fine. This is obviously done on both legs, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm using just the one leg. Now, bend the knee back up again and bring the foot into the centre, keeping the knee pointing towards the ceiling. And what I'm going to do is pull the foot back round towards me, and this tests the piriformis muscle, the rotator in the hip. So hold, okay, and that's holding fine. Now I'm going to take the leg away from the centre and your dancer will hold the leg in towards the centre. So hold for me, relax. I want to take it away and she's holding it. Okay. This is the adductor muscles that adduct the leg in, pull the leg in towards the centre again. Now, one very important muscle group that I come across a lot in dancers that is switched off on one side is quadratus lumborum, which is the big side bending muscle and helps stabilise the pelvis. If it is weak on one side or it's not reacting, then the pelvis tends to tilt, and this tilts the spine, causing muscle shortening on one leg and tightness, and it also curves the spine, causing a slight scoliosis. So the test for this, you slide your arms underneath the legs, bring both legs over to the side, you stabilise the body with one hand at the side of the pelvis, and you're going to slide them back across as your dancer resists. Hold, and that's holding. If you relax for me, if it's not holding, the legs will come across, and usually quite easily in a lot of cases. Now, if your dancer rolls over onto the front, we're going to test the iliacus muscle, which is another rotator. Just let the foot fall out to the side, and I'm going to push back in. So you push out towards me. Okay? And then the hamstrings, I push down towards the heel, taking the leg straight and hold, and that's holding fine. And now gluteus maximus. Lift the knee off the couch, lift it up, keep the leg there, stabilise on the sacrum, and push down, pushing the knee towards the couch, and that's holding perfectly. In some cases, gluteus maximus is not holding, and it helps the hamstrings extend the leg. No muscle works on its own. So if one muscle has switched off or becomes spongy, it means the muscle that helps it is doing twice the work, and it will usually over tighten and in some cases cause injury. So roll over for me once more. The last one is sartorius, and you just bring the inside of the foot up towards the inside of the opposite knee. This is the longest muscle in the body, and it's used a lot in Irish dancing, this particular move. So I'm going to put my hand just underneath the Achilles tendon, and I'm going, if you relax for me, I'm going to pull the foot down to straighten the leg out, and ask your dancer to hold their leg up at the knee, and hold for me, and that's holding fine. Okay, so if you find 1, 2, 3 muscle groups off, it means you don't have a complete team. Every muscle has a job to do. It should be a certain length and a certain strength, and it never works on its own. So every muscle in the body should be holding and reacting when you isolate it and give it a short test. The pressure should not be very quick. It should be equivalent to pushing down on a ball full of air. Okay, and it's just for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and that should hold the muscle. Okay, so again, this is all part of your leg routine for looking after your dancer's legs, the health of the legs, the mobility, the flexibility, to make sure that you're keeping injuries at bay. Especially coming up to championships, a lot of people do overtrain and muscles will switch off. The body performs over 5 million functions a second, and something that complicated, if you're working it too hard, it can begin to develop imbalances. If you personally find muscle groups that are switched off, look up in your area an applied kinesiologist. Applied kinesiology will go into the muscle and see why it's not holding. It can be electrical, it can be emotional, too much worry and stress coming up can weaken the body and turn off certain muscle groups. It can be nutritional, your dancer is not taking enough nutrition for the amount of training they're doing, or it can be structural, they might need some work done on their spine. So this is Sean Connolly from dancingminds.co.uk.